Hi, I'm Julie.
Hi, I'm Q.
And this is Surviving the Korean Military. Today we're going to be talking about enlistment. So the question that Q got asked the most from my friends and family here in America, and even some of his Korean friends, was, why did you join the military?
Well, they said since you have American girlfriend, if you marry her, get the citizenship, then you wouldn't need to join. But I did because, well, I thought marriage is something more romantic. I didn't want to marry her only because I wanted to avoid the service. Is it too cheesy?
Good answer.
Okay, and I joined the military at the time, even though I could have pushed it further because at the time we were having really fun at Dongtan, living together. So I thought I would rather finish this fast and have more fun with my formal girlfriend.
Now wife. Thank you.
Level up.
Level up. That's very true. We did level up. So we got really lucky and Q was put on the Osan base, which was right next to my home, which this is when I lived right outside of Suwon in a little town called Dongtan, and it was awesome.
And they have the most chance to have vacation, and it leads me to have more opportunity to see her and have more fun. The only reason that I could have gone through the military without any accident, like punching someone, was she was waiting and I didn't want it to make any problem to getting out at on time.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you for not punching people.
There were some people I really wanted to.
So the Air Force had really great benefits for Q. So it was close to the house. Well, I mean, in terms of, it was close to me.
Yeah.
And it was a good way for Q to level up his English speaking abilities.
Cussing, mostly.
But still, it was English, and living together, his English got amazing, and almost to the point of being fluent. So being on an American military base, I think it just really helped him learn more English, even though it was a lot of bad words.
Well, we didn't talk about American base and Air Force relationship. So there was an Osan base next to our house, and it was American base, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to join the Air Force. And Chili's.
Oh yeah, and one of the perks of him being on the American military base, which we didn't get to utilize until the last month he was in the military, was Chili's. So even though Q enlisted for 2 years and there was a gorgeous, tantalizing Chili's right next to him, I only got to eat at Chili's once.
No,
that's
twice.
okay.
Once. Once?
Just once. Yeah.
Well, anyway, we used it. We could have got no chance.
Yeah, that's true.
We did it. And commissary.
So one of the things I was also looking forward to was utilizing the American military commissary. But little did I know, the commissary was very off limits to someone like me. Even though Q made a ton of military friends and they were willing to trying to help me out, one of his friends tried to take me to the commissary and only met with, "I'm sorry, ma'am, you cannot come in here." And I was like, but I just want shredded cheese.
Yeah, that's what only we just wanted. Shredded cheese and some butter and, what was it, paprika?
Alright, so everything we just talked about was our life after Q went into his base. So after his 6 weeks in basic training, he got a base assignment, which thankfully was Osan. But the 6 weeks prior to that was nothing short of hell.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah. So on August 17th, 2015, everything kind of changed. So that was the day Q officially went in for basic training with his glorious shaved head and tears running down my face. And that was the day our military life started.
Didn't you say you almost cried 2 weeks and eating only cheesecake?
I did. That's a fun fact. For my friend that I was working with, her and her husband took me to Costco with them on an errand. And I ended up buying a Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. And I ate it for dinner for the next 2 weeks because I was so depressed. That's really depressing to think about, just only eating cheesecake for 2 weeks.
I mean, I was really sad, because it was day August 17, 2015, which I will never forget. I needed to leave our house at 15th. And I still remember that we both were crying, and even though I know that there's a bus that I really need to catch up, I delayed the last moment of getting out from our home. And I said, we hugged 10 minutes and crying, and I said, see you soon, even though I knew it's going to be 6 weeks later. I said, see you soon, and closed the door. While I was walking to the elevator and waiting the elevator, I could hear someone is crying, crying. I was crying too.
Actually, I want to cry now because that was the shittiest moment.
Oh, cry!
That was so hard. Oh, I don't like to think about it.
Okay, you cry, I'll talk. So we figured out that I'm going to join the military at August. Well, actually,
No. At first, he told me he
October.
told me that he was leaving in October, and I was like, fine. We came to America in July to go to my friend Sarah's wedding. And we were just kind of like, oh yeah, this is fine. And I was telling my family and all my friends, Q's going to the military in October. We have a little bit of time together. And even after we came back from America, we went to Malaysia and we had a really nice last hurrah together. Well, come to find out, when he got his confirmation email for basic training, it was August 17th, be here. And I was like, what? I lost it.
I mean,
I was I was really sad, and B, I was so pissed off.
so I knew that it's going to be August, but I said October because I confused October and August.
Yeah.
It was day of raining at Hongdae at a ramen place.
Oh yeah, we were eating ramen in Hongdae.
Yeah, I told her, hey, this is the certificate that I just got. And you said, wait, it's August? And then you started crying.
Yeah, I cry a lot.
And
then that is also when I found out that the Air Force serves 24 months and not 21 months. I was like, hold up. You're telling me I have to be surviving this military stuff for the next 24 months? 24. 2 years.
So, well, we ended up not finishing the ramen. We came out from the restaurant. It was raining. Well, just like a drama story.
It really was.
Well, I tried really hard to convince her that it's fine to be 24 months, because if it was just army, which is 21 months, I'll be able to see her every 3 months. Every 3 months and 2 or 3 days. So I said, well, I know it's long, but doesn't it sound better to see each other every 6 weeks than 3 months?
So yeah. That was our very dramatic lead up to the military, and once we got him into basic training, it was It was hard, but that's for next week. Where we'll talk about basic training next week.
Yeah, you cried, and we talked about you cried 2 times, but it's not even.
This isn't even the tip of the iceberg. This is like if you imagine like the saddest character ever, even like that Inside Out girl, that blue girl that's always depressed. Like I was beyond her. I was like extra.
Even before he started.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk the real thing, the story of basic training at next episode. I hope we can see you guys soon.
Yeah, we'll see you next week, and make sure to like and subscribe for more of our videos, and stay tuned every week for us. Cuely. I gotta go. Awkward.